Welcome back to another Kind of Funny screencast. As always, I'm Tim Geddes, joined by It's Christmas in August, Joey Noel.
Oh, I'm very excited to talk about this movie.
Your hello got cut off from the mic and you sounded like Alvin and the Chipmunks for a second.
Yeah, it was scary. That scared me.
Guys, I have a fun new party trick.
I love it.
I am Alvin and Chipmunks.
Oh my God, all of the Chipmunks. And of
What?
course, we have the big dog, Kevin Coelho.
I'm also very stoked to discuss this film.
This cinematic masterpiece. Because today we are talking about Ryan Reynolds' Free Guy, the latest Disney movie, formerly a Fox movie, now a Disney Fox movie, because that's how that all works. But this is Kind of Funny screencast where each and every week we get together to review the latest TV and movie releases. It happens at least once a week, but there's a lot going on. So this week, we're doing a whole bunch of stuff. We did Marvel's What If Episode 1. We're about to do the Star Wars The Bad Batch season review. And you got this Free Guy review. And then in the coming weeks, we got a whole bunch of fun stuff. We're going to continue doing weekly reactions to Marvel's What If. Eventually, we are going to start doing Star Wars Visions. We got Candyman coming up soon. You guys excited about that?
No.
Let's get
That
spooky.
movie looks scary.
It looks real scary. What's up? What did you say, Joey?
So there's something wrong with my mic. None of the lights are on, so I can't tell when it's on and when it's not on. I was gonna cough and I didn't want to do it on camera. It was a whole thing.
It's a whole thing.
I'm really excited for the scary things. I am excited to talk about the scary things later today because I have just forgotten what it's like to watch scary things in theaters, and it is stressful.
It is. And if you want to hear more about scary things, of course, you can go to Kind of Funny in Review, where we just did Don't Breathe 1 and 2. You can go check that out. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Free Guy. Again, this is screencast. You can watch it on youtube.com/kindoffunny or roosterteeth.com. If you want to get it as a podcast, search your favorite podcast service for Kind of Funny screencast, and we'll be right there for you. If you want to get the show ad-free, you got to go to patreon.com/kindoffunny, and you could do just that. Enough of the rigmarole, though. Let's get right into it. Spoiler free for the first bit until we make it very clear we're going full on spoilers. Kevin, what did you think of Free Guy?
Shockingly enjoyed it. I went in there, zero expectations. I was like, I'm pretty sure this is going to be, like, I'm going to walk out of this regretting it. Walked out, bit of a smile on my face, and I was like, you know what? That was fun. Ryan
Reynolds?
I can't. Ryan
Reynolds
can do no wrong. You know what I mean? The man is a talented actor. That's what we'll call him. Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, overall, I had a lot of fun. I did the 4DX experience that we went to make it that much. Like, did that take it from, like, I don't know, a 3 to 3.5? I think it might have.
Out of five.
Yes.
Yes.
Out of 5.
Kevin, while we're here, do you want to explain the new patented Kevin Coelho scale?
Oh man, I don't know if I'm ready for that. All right, let's go.
You haven't patented it yet?
Yeah.
The bottom, in the refining stage, you know.
The bottom is would not recommend, would not go to see in the movies. The 4 is, or I guess 2. There he goes. Is like wait to see it on Netflix for free. Mm-hmm. Then 3 is like, yeah, went to the movies. Like 4 is I would recommend for you to go to the movies, and then 5 is like I'm trying to go watch this movie again.
Yeah,
that's gonna be my new scale. That's gonna be my new scale.
Solid scale in there
so
somewhere.
It's somewhere.
For sure.
So like I think it very much fits in. Like, hey, we went to go see it. I'm not recommending anyone to go see it, but then if you have the 4D experience, I am recommending to go see it. You know,
we call that a 3.5.
Yes, 3.5 fingers on the Kevin Coelho scale. Joey Noel, you watched Jungle Cruise with us a couple weeks ago when we did another review that you can go check out, and we did that in 4DX. That was our introduction to the 4DX experience, and you were a little more mixed on it than Kevin and I were, and you're like, I don't know that I ever want to see a movie for the first time in 4DX, yet here you are watching Free Guy. So I want to know, what are your thoughts on Free Guy and 4DX?
So here's the thing. I think any movie that I'm invested, like going into it, I'm like, I really want to see this. I'm really invested in whatever snippet of plot they've shown us in the trailers. That I want to experience normally. This movie, I was like, this movie does not look great. I don't think it's going to be good. So we might as well go see it in this weird 4DX like roller coaster ride kind of situation. So like I didn't have that much buy-in going into it. So that's why I was like, I'm I'm okay to go see it in 4DX for the first time. Came out of it, liked it surprisingly more than I thought I was going to. Like it's I will say it's fun. Um I really liked all of like Ryan Reynolds, obviously really great, really fun. I think all of the characters they put around him were pretty good. Everybody's been telling me to watch Killing Eve for like years, that it's been on TV with Sandra Oh and Jodie Comer, I think is her name. But this is my like first introduction to her. The whole time I kept thinking, man, she looks like the girl from Happy Death Day, but she doesn't, and it was very distracting. It was
That's
like when we
funny.
saw Ready or Not, and I was like, man, that girl looks like Margot Robbie, but not, and it was very distracting for the entire movie. So I had a lot of fun. I think the 40X was fun. Like there's something about the gamification of a movie, watching it in like another level of gamified viewing experience, that made it kind of cool. I kind of hate like admitting that. It what Some of it is like egregious. Like we got out of the movie and there was just like beverage spilled everywhere from like all of us with various like beer and wine and stuff like that.
That's why I got the
So
can, Joey. That's why I got the can. It
And
fit
I
into
even
the cup holder.
even like the
jammed it in.
wine glass I had that was like half full by the time the movie started, like was all over the place. I'm like, man, like it's not you have to just be prepared. It's like, do I need to bring a poncho next time?
Poncho,
Um,
baby. Let's do it.
I know. And so, but yeah, I had a lot of fun. There's a lot of fun nods to like just the little things that you know from being in a video game that I appreciate, where it's just like you just see all of the other like character players that are just doing stuff in the movie, and you're like, oh yeah, sometimes I do just like run against a wall for like no reason because I'm killing time until I load in, or like all those like dumb little things that you do. I'm like, oh, they understand. They understand. Tim, what do you
Yeah.
think?
I just like you guys, very surprised how much I enjoyed this movie. I think the most accurate review I can give this Free Guy movie is it is the best movie with the worst trailer I've ever seen. Like watching this trailer, I was like, there's not a chance this movie's good. And watching it, I'm like, wow, this is so much better than the trailer would lead you to believe. And I don't think that it was a bad cut of the trailer. I think it's just a very difficult movie to make a trailer for, to make it seem like it has the heart that it does. Like you brought up the word fun. This is a very, very fun movie, but like there's some deeper shit going on. Like it's more Truman Show than the trailer kind of leads you to believe. And I was like kind of into that. And I totally agree with you. The cast of supporting characters around Ryan Reynolds is fantastic. And you know, Ryan Reynolds is just one of those guys that is kind of the same in every movie. He's just Ryan Reynolds as a non-playable character, as Detective Pikachu, as, you know, whatever his character name was in Hobbs and Shaw. And at some point, that's going to overstay its welcome, but that point hasn't hit yet for me. And I'm very happy about that because he clearly cares about this. And it didn't seem like phoning in a performance where it's just like, I know I can just show up and be me and this is going to work. It really felt like he's like, I want to make this guy character something a little bit special and something a little bit enough different from how I normally am, that again, heart, like just there's some character there. And I was even more impressed with Jodie Comer. I think that's how you say her last name, but I have no experience with her. I've never seen her in anything. And I was like, damn, you're really kind of captivating on screen. And I believe in your chemistry with all the different characters that she was interacting with throughout the film. I think my least favorite part about the movie was crazily Taika Waititi. This is my least favorite performance of his in anything I've ever seen him in or seen him even be a part in, like whether he's writing, directing, or whatever. So I was a little let down by that because I thought he could do no wrong. And it wasn't the worst thing, but it was just kind of like, I feel I don't even want to say hit or miss. He was miss or hit, if that makes sense.
There's something about his writing that like the jokes and stuff like that wasn't my vibe. I don't know. I can't tell if it was just like, I feel like he got the least amount of laughs in the theater compared to some of all the lines that other characters got.
Which is crazy. Yeah. And we have high expectations for him too. So I think that goes into it, but we have those for a reason. What's up, Kev?
I was just going to say, yeah, like his character, the actual character is so thin, and like everything he says is just the most basic, lowest common denominator joke that you can make. And a lot of times it is missed. I did like when they hit, I enjoyed it, but like I was able to like disassociate and like ignore all the shitty moments that character had. But like no one would make the argument that was a strong character.
Yeah, and the movie's runtime is almost 2 hours, and I do think that you start to feel it, and it sucks because the first large percentage of the movie, I was like, I am into this thing, and I can't believe how it's just cruising. I'm totally invested, and then it kind of like really hit a momentum halt at some point about 2/3 in, where there was like a big chunk of the movie like that just was not working for me, and it felt like it was kind of retreading a lot of things in less interesting ways than we'd seen them already. And then towards the end, it brought it all back with some genuine surprises that I did not see coming that really, really, really like had us leaving the theater. All of us kind of being like, hey, that was kind of good. So good for you guys. Any final thoughts before we move into spoiler territory?
I also don't love Stranger Things. Like has never really hit for me. And now I understand why everybody loves Joe Keery. I'm like, oh, I get it now. Like you have I get it. This is why my whole timeline is always thirsting over him when Stranger Things is on.
Yep.
This show is brought to you by MeUndies. You know how when you're in a nerve-wracking situation and people say, imagine everyone in their underwear to make yourself feel comfortable. As if imagining a room full of strangers down to their skivvies is what makes us feel comfy. MeUndies believes comfort does not start with imagining, but instead it starts with actual comfort. MeUndies designs limited edition prints all the time so you can express yourself every single day. Building your undie collection and picking out which lucky pair gets to meet your butt for the day has never been so fun. Choose prints with corgis, chicken nuggets, your zodiac sign, goofy puns, and more. MeUndies also releases collabs with some pretty big names like the Rolling Stones and Space Jam: A New Legacy, but you have to grab them fast because once they're gone for good. Kinda Funny loves MeUndies. You've heard the voice talk about them for years. They're comfort with good designs that make your friends jealous. To get 15% off your first order, free shipping, and 100% satisfaction guarantee, go to MeUndies.com/morning. That's MeUndies.com/morning. We're also brought to you by Faraday Brand. Can it be? It's finally summer, and we're actually gonna have a real summer this year. So naturally, we've started thinking about looking good after a year and some change, because we're going places. This summer is what Kinda Funny is calling Hot Boy Summer. You saw the jean jacket, you see the haircut, we're doing it big this summer. And that's where Faraday comes in. They make the perfect clothes for the summer. Tim Geddes is the most stylish person I know, and he even loves Faraday Brand clothing. And they're so confident in the quality of their stuff, they have a lifetime guarantee of quality. They'll replace or fix your clothes forever, no matter what. And to top it all off, Faraday is giving our listeners 20% off. That's right, 20% off. So stock up on all of your clothes for summer now. Head to FaradayBrand.com and use code MORNING at checkout to snag 20% off all your summer gear. That's code MORNING at Faraday. That is FAHERTY brand.com for 20% off. Last but not least, we're brought to you by Upstart. If you're carrying a credit balance month after month, it can feel like you're in a never-ending cycle of debt. Upstart can help you make that final payment so you can get ahead. Upstart is the fast and easy way to pay off your credit card debt with a personal loan all online. Upstart knows you're more than just your credit score and is expanding access to affordable credit. Upstart considers your income and current employment to find you a smarter rate for your loan. With a 5-minute online rate check, you can see your rate upfront for loans between $1,000 to $50,000. You can receive funds as fast as one business day after accepting your loan. Find out how Upstart can lower your monthly payments today when you go to upstart.com/KFMB. That is upstart.com/KFMB. Don't forget to use our URL to let them know we sent you. Loan amounts will be determined based on your credit, income, and certain other information provided in your loan application. Go to upstart.com/KFMB.
So it's spoiler time, baby. We're going in and we're going hard. I can't believe what they did with the Avengers and Star Wars shit.
Oh my
Didn't
god,
see that coming.
What a good pop.
I knew that we were going to get like a lot of fun cameos and video game references and stuff. If I'm being honest, it was a lot less video game references than I expected. It was more kind of like a tonal video game culture thing as opposed to like direct things. Like he used Mega Man's gun a little bit, which was kind of cool. But like besides that, it was more like if you've played games, you get what they're referencing, like Joey talking about things loading in or whatever. But I was really, really, really happy with how they did that, having him pull out the shield and the lightsabers with the music cues and all that. It was like, damn, man. And just even what he was doing with it, it didn't feel just like reference for reference sake, like we've seen a lot with kind of, you know, these IP orgy movies that kind of seem to be all the rage recently with the Ready Player One and Space Jam and all that. This of course, has elements of that, but I kind of feel like they did what those movies fail to do for me most of the time, where those are like, all these things are just there. Why are they there? I don't know. And they're not doing the thing we want them to do. Just play the fucking music. And here, they just played the fucking music, had a couple moments of having him do cool things, and moved the hell on as Ryan Reynolds was beating the shit out of CG Ryan Reynolds. And like, if you don't love what I just said, I don't know that you have a beating heart.
Yeah, I feel like, the only thing that felt like that IP orgy thing was the last one, but they did it in the best way where it didn't feel like that, because it was what? It was Disney, it was Star Wars, it was Fortnite, and then what was the last thing, Portal?
Oh yeah.
Well, they did
Ton of Portal
Portal,
references.
but before they did one more with the gravity gun. What's the other movie?
Oh,
with
Half-Life.
Mace? Yeah,
Half-Life, got it.
Yeah.
But like, it's all things that, like, everybody's gonna be stoked about at least one of those things being in the game.
Yeah.
So I think that's why it works. It's like it hit like a wide range of interests.
And on top of that, I think they did a really good job across the board with the cameos. And some of them were genuinely surprising and some of them were a little expected, but the expected ones were all there, which I think is rare. Like there's a lot of times I'm leaving things like, damn, it would have been cool if this person showed up. This movie was like, fuck it, we're going to do it all. From Terry Schwartz, our friend from IGN, and shout out to all the IGN love in this. That was so freaking cool to see. Our friend Lannon, a streamer friend of ours, like a ton of famous streamers that you might know, like so cool seeing them in a major motion picture. But then the idea of this movie having layers of the in-game avatars and then the streamers playing the game and then the developers making the game, like so many opportunities to have cool people and funny moments that work in different ways. Example being during that Star Wars and Avengers moment popping out, it's Chris fucking Evans. And we get Chris Evans like reacting. That's so cool. Then going into the game, some little kid playing and the avatar is Channing fucking Tatum. Like,
God, it's
the king
so
of
good.
that
How
type
did we
of
go
cameo.
this long in the review without
I
talking
don't
about
know.
Channing Tatum?
It's so we see him in the beginning and we see just the tiniest glimpse of him, and Joe immediately is like, "Was it Channing Tatum?" And I was like, "I think so," but like,
Love it.
I don't know how
Hours
you
I've
saw
stared at that
yeah.
man's jawline. You know, a lot
Yeah.
of Magic Mike rewatches.
Hell yeah, man.
But he was so fun. Like, I feel like he kind of falls into the same trap that Ryan Reynolds does, where he's like just Channing Tatum, but in a different movie. But this one I thought was like pretty fun. Like they used him in like his skill set of like the like 21 Jump Street kind of comedy side of him and like the weird dancing moves. I was like, I was not expecting to see so much dancing from Channing Tatum in this movie.
Well,
but it doesn't
Channing-
feel weird.
Here's the reason it doesn't feel weird. Channing Tatum is the cameo king. Like he has learned that, and this is something that like Ryan Reynolds hasn't hit yet, in the sense that like there are a few actors that we can all kind of agree are like, I'll watch them in anything because of who they are. The Rock, Ryan Reynolds, and Channing Tatum are three in that caliber, right? And Channing Tatum often is really funny in movies like 21 Jump Street and, you know, endearing in Magic Mike. But he is at his best in things like End of the World, where he's just a cameo. Like, have you seen that, Joey?
I've never seen the whole thing at once.
Well,
I've
you
seen
need
like
to.
the beginning and the
Cameo is really
end.
fucked
I
up.
missed the. Okay.
Like, there's a cameo where he's there and he ends up just being this like weird sex slave.
Oh, I
They
do,
call him
and
a
he's like
sex
on a
skimp, I
leash
think,
and
right?
like all these things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is ringing a
Oh
bell.
god, it's so
It's-
disturbing.
It's so perfect because he plays it straight. In the same way in this movie, he just plays it straight and he's being fucking weird and dancing and shit. It's like, God bless you, Channing Tatum. Doing this
emits.
opposite Ryan Reynolds. Come on. So yeah, with that alone, go watch this movie, guys.
Yeah, I think all of the little things that we saw where we saw the juxtaposition between the players playing at home and their in-game characters, I thought were like pretty fun to see all of them. Like even when we start out with the two developers on the game, Joe Keery and I can't remember what the other guy's name is. But like it was
Utkarsh,
yeah,
who is another actor
also
that I fucking
incredibly
love.
like everybody in this, all the main supporting cast is so good in this. Like it's fun to see them like I don't know, it's just fun to see on screen like the people behind the camera and then how they play their characters in the game and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I like it.
The more fun cameos too. These are just voice cameos, and you might have missed some of them. But Tina Fey, Hugh Jackman, Dwayne Johnson, and John Krasinski all have voice cameos in this film. Like it's just a freaking fun hodgepodge of just like moments that it's not so much blink and you'll miss it. It's more just like there's so much shit that if one thing is a reference that you don't necessarily get, it doesn't matter because there is so much more to come. And that's not the point of the movie. Again, there's heart here where it kind of feels like all this stuff just adds to the world that we actually care about a little bit, which I'm shocked to say. Because again, the trailers for this really made it look like kind of just a blah, nothing cash grab. And I really feel like this is going to be one of those movies that is going to resonate a lot with a Fortnite audience of gamers. Maybe not quite Fortnite, maybe a little bit before that. Older, just a little bit older. But I think it's going to resonate with them the same way that Scott Pilgrim versus the World resonated with my generation when we first watched it, where I was like, I've never seen video games loved this way on screen. And this kind of feels like that to me.
So interesting. I don't know. I don't know if it's as good as Scott. It's so hard to say, to like think about that objectively.
I'm not saying it's as good as Scott.
No, it's definitely not.
I'm saying it's as good at loving video games.
Yeah.
Sure.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly was, like, I was kind of shocked that I enjoyed the actual premise of the movie. Like, I felt like to get it all, like, they did a good job building a story where I was like, by the end of it, I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, I'm invested in this, duo and like them getting the thing. Like, are there issues with, like, I don't think that if you make like a deal with someone that is like destroying evidence, like, you then have to keep that deal, but that doesn't matter, you know?
Definitely true. Yeah, I 100% thought that the thing that would be getting me through this movie was like waiting for the cameos and like the fun little Easter eggs to pop up, and that wasn't. Those just ended up being fun cameos and Easter eggs in like a movie that I actually kind of cared about. So that was a pleasant surprise.
Yeah. Well, there you have it, everybody. Free Guy. Way better than we all thought it was going to be. Let us know what you thought in the comments below. And until next time, remember, Screencast is where you want to be for all of your weekly TV and movie updates from this beautiful crew. Of course, we have the movie bros, Joey and Kevin. We're going to have to figure out a name for the three of us, though, because I feel like this is going to be the squad going forward.
Right.
The three of us got our unlimited Regal passes. We're about to be in that theater every damn week, it feels like. I can't wait.
Can we
The
get
movie Amigos.
I mean, I'm not against
Amigos.
that. I'm not against it, but let's
It's a play on
workshop it.
three
Let's
amigos. It's a play on three amigos.
Okay.
But if I have to explain it, then it's not a good play on three.
Tweet at us if you have good ideas. But until next time, I love you guys. Goodbye.
Bye.